Yo, what is good, boys? It's been a long time since I made a video before. It's been about 6 months. This is, I just thought I would start making videos for just documenting. I have nothing to flex, I have nothing to show. I thought I'd just start making this video. It's April 2nd. I've been trading for well over a year now. And I've been in my mentorship for about 10 months. I thought I'd just start to document the journey consistently. And I'm just looking back on my old videos, the old mistakes that I've done, and I see no progression in the past 6 months with payouts. Now, yes, I've made payout. So I just want to make this video. This video is only to just document everything. I'm not making this for sole purposes of getting famous. I am going to just be uploading these videos like as a journal for me to look back on from 6 months from now. But I wanted to be with the intended purpose to be consistent in discipline. And I don't have any intention to go famous, be famous, or anything. I don't want to grow a crazy following. I just want to be able to have documentation of my journey because I want to look back on it when I'm successful. It's the same way when I see Alex Hormozi making videos in 2016, 10 years ago, about him starting his business on YouTube. Or he doesn't upload it to YouTube, but he has videos of it. But I'd just rather have that. Maybe he does have videos uploaded on 2016. I don't know. But I'd rather just have it documented for reflection, for me being able to look back on my videos. So here's full transparency of everything, the stats. And yeah, I just want to go into transparency of how I traded today. Today I wasn't really that happy with how I traded. Now obviously we'll go into our trade right now. We're having a bearish SMT right here, this internal hourly low, displacement rebalance into this general displacement range, and also this inverse fair value gap. We respected it, and then we just displaced heavily overnight. Matter of fact, let me just change this real quick. No. Alright, hold up. Alright, so we displaced heavily in Asia session displacement, rebalance displacement. We were down about like 400 points. Yeah, we're down like 400 points or something like that. Yeah, we're down like 400 points. But that's what trading, the Nasdaq said probably from 12 a.m. Till now. We were down a lot of points. We were in a bearish continuation overnight. Yeah, like 500 points. So I was anticipating a bearish continuation, but I didn't realize a lot of factors. This general range that we're in the CE of this general region. We didn't tap CE, but that doesn't really matter. Price doesn't have to be perfect and tap the CE perfectly. Price does whatever the hell it wants to. And today was simply just, I think, a mix of maybe some FOMO, definitely some FOMO, and then a mix of FOMO, married to my bias too much today. But this general low to this high, we're generally in the general CE of this range, 50%. We took out this internal low. We swept this internal low. We have some nice inspection of this order block, and we're displacing up higher. I was wanting to see price respect this PXL and this CIVI, and then displace lower. But what happened? Complete opposite. And I pattern traded, and yeah, it's just not. I'm not proud of this. And I'm taking the boring path, guys. For once in my life, you're seeing me take the boring path. Alright? For once in my life, you're only going to see one trade a day. Every single day through this whole entire week. This whole entire month. I don't care how long it takes me to pass this eval. I don't care. I am doing the boring steps that most people don't want to do. One trade a day, in and out of the trade. Why? Because I'm practicing discipline. I want to be a disciplined trader. I'm tired of just losing money, guys. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being broke, losing money, posting big wins that are temporarily boosting my ego, blowing up the next day. Like, guys, I don't know. I'm getting some type of chills or dopamine from talking about this, and I get it. It's hype. Temporarily saying this is hype. But when I tell you genuinely, I've thought about quitting. I don't know about killing myself, but I've definitely felt like it before. I'll move this so I can make it better, because that light is low-key kind of distracting. But guys, when I tell you, I've genuinely felt, I haven't felt good at all. My psych has, here, I'll move this right here. When I tell you guys my psych has not been good, my psych has not been good. Really has not. Let me go turn on the light for y'all. My psych has genuinely not been good, guys. I really have had a lot of struggles in my trading past couple of days, and or the past couple of months, guys. And I just want to go over a whole recap of the 6 months that I stopped uploading YouTube videos. And I'm just going to be uploading these just to be documentations, guys. I don't care anymore about getting fame. I don't want fame. I don't want fame at all. I just want documentation that I can look back on. That's my whole intention with this. I don't really think I'm going to run a mentorship. I don't know. But I just want to succeed. That's all I know. I want to succeed, and I've been sabotaging myself for months. Doing this, doing that, getting distracted, this and that. But I'm cutting the bull crap. I'm taking the hard path. Back, if you guys look back in September, that was a pretty hard month for me. Because I was doing one trade a day, and you can see dude, it was pure discipline, bro. Like, one trade a day. I was disciplined, but I was also taking losses that I shouldn't have been taking. So there's another factor of that should have been into play, right? I was taking bad trades with one loss a day, which is fine, but I realized that, guys, back in September, I was waking up at like 5 a.m. and sprinting, right? I wanted it. I was sprinting in the morning because I wanted to prove discipline or whatever, or feel disciplined, or try to practice discipline, right? And sprinting hard, high intensity sprints at 5 a.m. is good for discipline, because I definitely had days where I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it regardless. Like, definitely. But I had one bad day at the end of the month. I literally just full ported my account. I went from break even to not break even, and I just full ported my account. But after that, it just became a casino. October, I mean, I started racking up a good balance in an Express account, 4 to 5K by, sizing like 3 to 4 minis, probably like 2 to 3 minis, racking up a $5,000 balance, blowing it up immediately the next day. I did that like 2 or 3 times, like racking up an Express account balance to $5,000 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I just blow it. I did that, I swear, bro. I literally have proof of it. I've done it. I did it like 3 times in a row in October. It was bad. Then obviously from November was a pretty good, or is it different? It was definitely of a change of a month. I switched from trading NASDAQ to gold, and then I ripped a $5,000 payout in about like 4 days. But again, I was getting new to gold. I wouldn't say I got lucky, because I took actual beautiful, like, higher time frame manipulation trades, because I understood the concepts really well, and I was just in the right place at the right time. But I still didn't, guys. I had success, but I had no discipline, right? October, my discipline was not the same in September. September was a worse month. It was a harder month for actually most majority of traders. It was a harder month. It was a harder month for majority of traders, and it was really hard for me because it was really bad conditions. But I was still staying disciplined in those conditions, and that caused the effect to be break even and to recover from drawdown and actually be eligible for a payout as a whole. So I'm learning, guys, that I'm just not even, I've known what I've done wrong, but I never learned from it by actually changing. And I'm just coming on this video just to document it. I know this is going to be a long video. No one cares. I know nobody's going to care about this shit. I don't care. But this is for my documentation to look back on. Because this is real struggle. Well, maybe it's not close to real struggle, but this is my struggle, right? People have had it worse. Hedge funds blow their heads off in this industry. So, yeah, I just want to show documentation, full transparency for myself, and start implementing better habits as a whole. I've already been practicing retention pretty well. That's going really good. And I'm starting to sleep earlier, going to bed at like 11 p.m. That was a big factor that was sabotaging my trading on September. I was getting bad sleep and I was trading London session. And then I'd wait out, bro. I'd be up on London session and I would trade the next session. Like, bro, what's the point on trading Nasdaq AM session if you just won on London session? That's just so stupid. So I don't want to emotionally rant on this, but the whole purpose of this video is to show transparency. This trade that I took, completely pattern traded, bullish. The narrative was bullish because we're in, generally, look at how much we've displaced lower. We're in this discount of this general region. I mean, like, we at least need a rebalance to the equilibrium of this range, right? Because we displaced so much without any proper rebalance. So, no ego aside, I wanted to see bearish continuation. That didn't happen. I mean, like, shorts here are iffy, in my opinion. Like, respect, sure, of the 15-minute SIBI. No manipulation. Or at least proper manipulation. I don't know if you really count that as a liquidity sweep. That's more of just displacement above, because there's so many candles displacing above. We'd probably see a PXH right here, but that didn't happen. That doesn't matter though. So what happened? Well, price accumulated, came up, manipulated, and then distributed higher. So literally kind of like double manipulated, right? This is not a proper manipulation, in my opinion, from the model that I'm taught by Salman. To really enter off of, you can though, trading the model, you can definitely, but it's just a little lower probable, that's all. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If you took that and you took a dub, good for you, bro. But the OTE that I missed was these internal lows that we swept. We didn't come down here and sweep this external low. Rather, we just came back rebalancing the discount of this range. Manipulation, displacement, SIBI disrespect, rebalance into this order block, and then we had proper displacement. Now right there, beautiful long I should have taken. I was thinking about longing this, but I was too confirmation biased on being short, and that's what held me back. So ideally, go for a 1-to-1 or target the full draw on liquidity. That would probably be my trade. Targeting the full draw on liquidity stops below my displacement low, and that's it. 945, literally right at 945, perfect. Picture perfect, right here, still in the discount of the range. This was OTE for me, that I should have taken if I wasn't confirmation biased. Then price came up, continued displacing. I mean, like, bro, we're just displacing like a lot. Displacing above this high, rebalance, displacement, rebalance, displacement. We get displacement above this external high. No turtle soup manipulation. No SMT manipulation. I already know that I already checked it. There was no SMT manipulation with ES and NQ. It was just displacement above, displacement lower. Not even displacement, but what does this qualify? This is a liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweeps as a whole are more lower quality. So for that being lower quality, I saw the BISI disrespect, and then we displaced, rebalance in this order block, displaced lower, closed below this BISI. But because of the fact that this is a liquidity sweep, and also because of the fact that I didn't wait for really a rebalance or a true displacement, like these displacement candles, like this is not really proper displacement, right? What's proper displacement? That's proper displacement. This is actual proper displacement. This is a genuine proper displacement. Displacement. This is even more displacement. This right here, this leg down is not really displacement. This is displacement. This is displacement, right? This is even kind of displacement. That's why we still kind of rebalance ran to that BISI, but again, it's against the narrative. So I traded against the narrative, rebalance, displacement, closure below. I wouldn't even classify that as displacement. So I just entered off rebalance in the order block. SIBI disrespect, because we did kind of still disrespect the SIBI. But we still have this PXH right here. I was looking for a rebalance in this PXH, but price rebalanced into this BISI, respected the BISI, turtle soup manipulation, displacement, boom, enter right there. But again, that's 10 a.m. So I think what I'm gonna do, boys, is to combat this is like I'm just probably not gonna take any trades after 10:05, or maybe just flat cut it to like 9:55. Like if there's nothing then just skip and don't trade anymore. Because I could have avoided this trade. This trade was avoidable if I simply just would have used my brain and be like, okay, you know what, this is not good. The mature thing would be to just be like, okay, this is not good, I'm gonna step away now. So yeah, I basically lost that trade. I didn't take any trades after that. I made it physically impossible for my undisciplined brain, who's addicted to is addicted to dopamine and stimulation. I made it impossible for that type of a brain that's been rewired to be like that for years. I made it impossible for me to repeat the same mistakes because of the fact that I have excuse my fart. I have a personal loss limit. I have a personal profit target of 1510. I have a contract limit of 1 mini, contract limit of 10 micros, contract limit of or a contract restriction or symbol blocks of gold, micro gold, so that I can't gamble off some bullcrap. I'll go into that later. One trade a day right here. Literally just making one trade a day limit right here, guys. I'm making it impossible for me to take a second trade. Then every single day at 2:50 p.m. So today's Thursday. So at 2:50 p.m. today, I'm going to be locking out my risk settings because of the fact, and I know I'm not going to want to, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's uncomfortable, and because I want to take a trade in Asia session, and I want to take trades in London session, and I physically have not been able to control myself to not take a trade from Asia because I'm so used to trading Asia and from gold. You know, from the time when I ripped the $5,000 payout on gold 6 months ago or 5 months ago, that's always been on my brain. And yes, I have ripped another $5,000 trading gold and NASDAQ Asia. Because in January, guys, January 2025, I ripped a $3,000 payout trading gold only. And that was like taking 1-to-1s, but risking like OD as fuck. I was risking like $1,000 per trade to $800 per trade to make like $1,000 to $1,500. Actually, I will correct myself. Those were only on certain trades that were 1-to-1. There was a lot of trades where I knew what the fuck I'm doing, and I was able to risk like literally $400 to make like $1,500. I would literally have a 2-point stop loss to target like 8 to 10 points on gold. So I was risking like 1 mini, sometimes 2 gold minis. And I'd be making a good amount of money. I don't think I'd ever... No, I did do two gold minis. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a couple times. But my stops were like $400, which was insane. Like, it takes a lot of skill to do that, and you're still running a high risk of price rebalancing lower. But I just would get in at the right times where I know price more than likely is not going to rebalance lower, and we're going to have the distribution now. So I was just getting really good entries. At the right time, and I was just being rewarded pretty well, and I ripped a $3,000 payout, but it's not consistent. Why is it not consistent? Because I haven't backtested it like NASDAQ, right? Yes, I also wasn't trading higher time frame manipulation trades, which are more consistent in my system because I've ripped a $5,000 payout with higher time frame manipulation trades, and I backtested higher time frame manipulation trades on gold. With NASDAQ, I have years of data backtested on NASDAQ, and I've been avoiding NASDAQ for the past 5 years. Sorry, 5 years. No, not 5 years. Holy crap, never. But I've been avoiding trading NASDAQ AM session just like I'm just showing you right now for the past 5 months. Why? Because of shit like this. Like, that happens. I've never been able to fix this. Never been able to fix this. I know how to fix it. The solution is to actually face it, though. The solution is to face this. Look, it's 10 a.m. I probably shouldn't take this trade because it's against the narrative. Price action is showing me, we're bullish on the higher time frame. CB disrespect, internal manipulation on the 5-minute, internal manipulation on the 15-minute. Respect of this general hourly BISI. We're displacing above. We disrespected this hourly or this 15-minute SIBI. And we also disrespected this hourly SIBI. We displaced above, hourly closed on the hourly of the 10 hour. We closed above this internal high, which is a market structure shift. This is a strong displacement candle disrespecting this hourly SIBI. So what makes me think we're going to rebalance lower and not just displace up higher? Nothing's stopping price from doing that. So why am I taking this trade? This short makes no sense. And I know it doesn't make any sense. But what I do is I cope and I go try to trade gold, Asia session, gold, NASDAQ, or NASDAQ Asia session, pass an account in 1 to 2 days, risking half the balance, like $1,000 to make 1,500, passing the account in 2 days, and then like literally just maybe racking up a good balance on the Express account, and then just blowing it up, like not being able to last a whole week without having. I don't think I've lasted a whole week of having a Express account without it being blown. That's embarrassing to say, but it's true. And I'm just facing it right now. I'm facing it. I know none of you guys are further enough into this level or into this video to understand what I'm saying. If you made it this far, bro, you're a real one. But I'm doing this for documentation. Again, not for getting famous. But I've never had a week in the past in the past 5 months. I don't think so. I have not had a week going a whole week with an Express account. It's always been I've blown it or done some dumb crap. I know for sure damn well I've never gone in a month. But a whole week, more than likely, I don't think I have. I don't think so. But I know for damn sure I've never went a whole month without doing that. Even after the $5,000 payout. It was bad, bro. I blew it the next week. And then I blew that money, the payout money, the next week. So, guys, the only solution that I can think of is going back to the basics, back in September, trading the NASDAQ AM session only, taking one trade a day only. Look, because of my good risk management, I still made it. And I'll show you guys proof. This was only with one mini. I caught 75 points with one mini and I risked $400. That's a proper win. I got that because I traded London session and I know what I'm doing. I know how to trade London session. I know how to trade these sessions. All you need to do is be able to retain it. But again, I'm not going to trade London session anymore because not as much at least. I can't fully say sure. Well, you know what? Actually, I can say that because I'm locking myself out at 2:50 p.m. That 2:50 p.m. is what saves me from clicking the button at Asia session and London session and only being able to trade NASDAQ AM session. So I'm going to get good at trading NASDAQ AM session because I've been avoiding it and I've been doing other things. I'm avoiding uncomfortabilities, guys. That's the problem. That's what's keeping me in the same position. That's what's keeping me being complacent of where I'm at. I'm avoiding doing the hard, uncomfortable shit. So that's my issue. And this is what I'm doing to solve it. I'm making actual solutions to my problems. That feels good to say, but it doesn't feel good to do, right? This does not feel good to take one loss and then not take a second trade. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. Especially after being halfway past. But who cares if I'm halfway past? Who cares if I pass the account in the next 2 days? Or who cares if I pass the account in the next month? Nobody. All I know what I need to do is I just need to follow my rules. Now, tomorrow, more than likely, I don't think it's going to be a trading day because Good Friday. I would trade it, though, because there is Red Folder News, which is NFP protocol. But I'm probably just going to lower risk to maybe $400 because more than likely it would be a good day, but you can't skip that day. But I know in the weekly outlook it just said gauge price for me, so it is still technically a tradable day, but I think there's no trading on Friday, so probably no trading on that Friday then. Is the market going to be open tomorrow for NFP? No, the stock market will be closed on April 3rd. Okay, so it's gonna be closed, which is actually pretty cool because it's gonna be Good Friday, which is pretty cool that they actually support that. That's actually really cool that they support Good Friday. That's actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie. So may as well just get closer to God that day, and yeah, because I definitely need God, guys. That's for sure. So yeah, no trading on Friday. I will be trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll look on those days. Yeah, this is gonna be a good day to trade. Monday's gonna be a good day to trade. Tuesday, that's gonna be a good day to trade. Friday, FOMC minutes. I'm probably gonna skip Wednesday. I'll skip Wednesday if it's just like, yeah, I'll just probably skip it. Even on the eval, it's just not worth it. Skip that. This is a good day to trade. Yeah, this is good. Thursday's good. CPI Friday prelim. I'm just gonna gauge price because Fridays could be really bad, especially CPI and prelim. CPI should be good, but prelim, maybe. So maybe go for a 1-to-1. But yeah, skip Wednesday for sure. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday should be good to trade. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pass my account though next week. Pretty confident in my ability to. I should be able to. I'm confident I can do it. I know I can do it, so I'll do it too. But I don't know when I'm gonna do it. You can't set a time limit on when you're gonna actually pass the account. So yeah, next week's gonna look pretty good. No trading tomorrow. Next week's gonna be really good. But I'm just gonna practice and implement one trade a day every single day. The habits I'm gonna be changing, guys, is just like overall, just like really looking into what habits am I gonna do today that's gonna change the trajectory of my life for the better. Habits that I've been thinking about is actually sitting down and reading a book, guys. Why? Because when you read a book, it actually hires your IQ. And I think if I hire my IQ more, I'm gonna make better decisions in trading, and better decisions in life as a whole. And so I'm gonna be reading a book. I'm gonna be practicing retention this whole entire month. I started around Monday, Tuesday ish, and yeah, we're just gonna be doing all of the month to practice it. Every time I'm tempted, I'm simply just going to go for a 10-minute walk outside. I don't care if it's 11 p.m. at night, but that's the protocol. So reading a book, doing retention, backtesting and watching lectures. I don't need to do as much because I already know my model. I'm telling you guys, I know the model. I'm at a point right now that I know my model, but I'm sabotaging myself psychologically to where I'm not able to do it. But I'll still backtest when, after I'm done doing my course for becoming an insurance agent. I'm also doing that too. Becoming an insurance agent, which is pretty cool. I'm in this insurance thing where I'm learning how to learn concepts of insurance. So I'm going to be doing that all day, studying all day. Once I finish that and once I finish the course, the real schedule is really going to be, trading work in the morning, like backtesting and watching lectures. Midday, it's going to be getting money. That money can be through either a window cleaning, or it's going to be my window cleaning business, or it's either going to be, if I'm already selling into insurance, then it's going to be insurance. Once I'm getting to insurance and I start making money, I'm going to just focus on that for making money and then doing my trading in the morning. Because trading does not take a long time. I'm not in the learning phase anymore. I already know what I need to do. I already know the psychological problems. I'm just implementing good habits now. And, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do differently, guys. All those good habits, and then following my rules is another one. So 600-day loss limit, 1,500 profit target, one contract limit, and then only being able to trade NASDAQ, not gold, one trade a day. Ideally, I think I'm gonna have a set stop of like when I can't take a trade anymore, and I think that's gonna be at probably, I know, 9:45 to probably like 10 a.m. Like anything after 10 a.m. like this, that's typically the protocol for us. Like if there's no 10 a.m. reversal, then don't take anything, because anything after 10:05 is just like dookie. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. So 10:05 is gonna be the cutoff, and if I'm not able to do that, then I'll probably trade 10:45 right here, 10:45, which was not that good. It really was not good at all. This is a really bad day actually. Now look at that. This is horrible, bro. This is not good price action. That's why the AM session was actually pretty clean as a whole. You know, the AM session was decently clean with this long here, but I totally missed it because of narrative being incorrect. Also, confirmation bias of saying price has to go lower. I need to see price go lower, short off of a draw on liquidity that's showing price can go lower. Like, that's the issue. That was the main issue. Otherwise, I missed all of this. I missed the whole entire move, and I should have just stepped away. So that is what I can take into next week, not repeating that same mistake. If there's no actual setup or no hard, there's going to be a cutoff at 10 a.m. And if I miss that, then I can go trade 10:45, see if there's something that presents displacement. You could have taken that, I guess, or taken these longs, but this is just lower probable as a whole because we did take out that internal high, but the overall narrative is bearish, so take its shorts from here to the draws lower here because we're in such high premium with the range. But again, it's pretty much it, guys. Thought I would just give that full context of what's happening mentally, psychologically. I feel horrible. The past couple months I've been blowing accounts. I've lost money. I've made a net profit of like $11,000 in payouts, and probably like, I think now $13,000 I've lost in payouts. $13,000 I've lost over the past 5 months. So yeah, I've been losing $13,000 in the past 5 months since I got my $5,000 payout. All majority of that money went back into prop firms. Then the $3,000 payout, majority of it went into prop firms. I had a blow up. I would have these blow ups of like $1,600 lost in like 2 days, just gambling, right? Blowing up emotionally. So the way I'm combating those big fuck up days, I also did it recently, even with $2,000 in my balance. So the way I'm going to combat this, guys, is I'm simply just going to not do that again. And the way I'm combating it is doing this. Because what you've seen in September, one trade a day, right? The P&L was not pretty. I was break even at the end of the month, but I went from literally, like, I saved the account from $400 left in it all the way to break even on a funded account that's eligible for a payout. And then I just blow the account emotionally. Wasted a whole entire month of progression. A whole month of progression wasted because I was sleep deprived on some afternoon and I just wanted a full pour to like my whole entire account. At 9 p.m. or 11 p.m. It was like 9 p.m., 11 p.m. on whatever day it was at the very end of September going into October. I just blew my account for no reason. No, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to say it won't happen, but I'm not going to do it again because I'm going to repeat what I did in September. One trade a day, every single day. But do for April. I was really admiring that consistency. I was admiring the consistency of one trade a day from September. September, I was like literally one trade a day, one trade a day, one trade a day. Very disciplined. And then I just blow up on this day. I think it was this day or this day. And blow the account and blow 2 months of progression. So I'm not gonna. I'm not doing that again, guys. I have no time for that. I actually need a change now. It's been months. I'm gonna let this be the month that I actually make the change. So, and I'm saying that with like sincerely. I'm going to make this be the month that I actually change. Take one trade a day, and I don't do dumb shit. You guys don't know that I feel that I want to trade Asia session later today in gold. I want to badly, but I'm not going to. Why? Because I need to practice discipline. When I say I'm going to do something, I need to do it. If I say I'm only going to trade Nasdaq AM session this month, I need to trade Nasdaq AM session this whole entire month. If I say I'm not going to bust a nut this whole entire month, I'm not going to bust a nut this whole entire month. If I say I'm going to follow my rules this whole entire month, I'm going to follow my rules this entire month. If I say I'm gonna take one trade a day this whole entire month, I'm gonna take one trade a day this entire month. If I say I'm gonna read at least 15 pages of this book every single day, I gotta read 15 pages of this book every single day to grow my IQ. And if I say I'm going to complete my insurance course, I gotta do it, right? These are just things that you gotta do as a man, because they're uncomfortable and they suck. I don't want to do any of those things. I don't want to follow any of those things. None of me wants to. I don't feel motivated. It feels good saying this shit, but I already know it's gonna go. That fading feeling is gonna go away. Probably like 2 hours from now, and I'm gonna be back to feeling like I don't want to do it, but I need to do it. So that's all I had to say, guys. Pretty much it. Just want to document this, and yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I don't even know. I'm just documenting this, but I'll look back on this when I'm successful. I know I'm gonna achieve the things that I want this year. I know I'm gonna achieve the car that I want this year. I know I'm gonna achieve the goals that I want this year. I'm gonna have a BM. When I say this is gonna happen, guys, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna have a BMW M6 2016 competition. I'm gonna have a BMW M6 2016 competition, black. I'm gonna have a Rolex GMT Bruce Wayne Master on my wrist. It's either that or it's a Submariner, but it's more than likely gonna be the GMT Master. It's either gonna be a GMT Master of Rolex or a Bruce Wayne GMT Master, which I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or it might be just a Bruce Wayne Rolex. I don't remember, but I don't care. I just want a Rolex GMT Master because they're freaking fire, or a Rolex. I was thinking about the Yachtmaster, but the Yachtmaster's kind of mid. But a Rolex. I'm gonna make it right here. I'm going to have a BMW M6 competition 2016 this year for sure. The Rolex GMT Master is going to come after the BMW this year too. So I'm going to get the BMW first, but I'm not getting the Rolex. I'm not getting the Rolex before the BMW. So yeah, I'll just say that it's going to happen, guys, by doing these boring, simple tasks starting from April all the way months from now. You guys are going to see a drastic change. That's going to be it. It's April 2nd, 2026. When you see me in 6 months, I'm going to be a different man, and I can promise that. So yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see y'all then.